Oklahoma. With a loss to Iowa State. And then Kansas winning another squeaker after the referees that looked like they put on the blue and white jerseys again to help Kansas. The Big 12 conference is done. It's written in stone. Kansas is the outright winner, people. But know this, Kansas. Just because you're the outright winner doesn't mean the season's over. Just because Perry Ellis isn't playing doesn't mean the season's over. Oklahoma, this season, has only lost one home game. Probably shouldn't have even lost that one. You don't lose that really good shooting guard for Kansas State. This could be for the Big 12 postseason championship. But as it stands, Oklahoma, an extra game back. But it should still be an incredibly fun atmosphere Saturday in the Loud Noble Center as we prepare to play the Kansas Jayhawks. It's the only game left in regular season action. The preview for that one is coming up next. Don't move a muscle. Welcome back, everybody. Billy Self, the selfie, is back in his haunted grounds that he hates to come to in Norman Saturday. Speaking of Bill Self, his Jayhawks, 25-10 last year, 14-4 in Big 12 play. They lost in the men's version of the NCAA. In the third round, they lost to Stanford, 76-68, and their head coach, of course, as I said, Bill Self. The Selfie is a 1985 graduate from Oklahoma State University and has also been at a couple of other universities as head coach. He's been up the road in Tulsa at ORU and at Tulsa before leaving for Illinois up in the Northwest, and is now back here in the Midwest at Kansas. The returning leading scorers for the aforementioned Kansas Jayhawks. A man that will not play but is still a good player, Perry Ellis. Get well soon, buddy. We need you if the Big 12 is gonna have Kansas go far in this. They need him back quickly. And he even said, if this was still for the title, I would play. But, anyway, 34 Perry Ellis. Last year, he averaged 13.49 points per ball game, while averaging 6.69 rebounds per ball game, and 1.03 assists per ball game last year for the Rock Chalk Jayhawks. This guy will play. Number one, Wayne Selden Jr. Last year, Selden averaged 9.71 points per ball game, while averaging 2.63 rebounds per ball game and setting himself up for 2.49 assists per ball game last year for the Rock Chalk Jayhawks. And then the Rock Chalk Jayhawks are in hostile territory where, as I said, they've only lost one game this year because they lost Marcus Foster. If they hadn't lost Marcus Foster not once, but twice, on almost the same exact play, this would be for the postseason. This would be for the regular season, Big 12 championships. We lost them a couple of times late in the game, So it's not really for the Big 12. That already belongs to Kansas. Hats off to you, my boys. Again. But you're still going to have to be in hostile territories because that one loss to Kansas State, it's our only loss of the year. And that is because you're in Norman, baby, to play my Sooners. Last year, they went 23-10 to go with a 12-6 Big 12 record. They lost in the big NCAAs for the men's tournament, losing to North Dakota State 80-75 in the second round. Their head coach is Lon Kruger. The Kruger is from the state, Kansas State, 1974 grad. The Kruginator has also done his work at other universities like Texas Pan American. He did go home to Kansas State to coach there a few years before leaving for Florida, Illinois, UNLV, and Oklahoma, taking all of those teams to the NCAAs, and he would consistently say, this will be another year that he's going to take Oklahoma there. Returning leading scorers in this one, Buddy Hield, number 24, Buddy Hield, averaged 16.5 points per ball game last year, while averaging 4.4 rebounds per ball game and 1.9 assists per ball game last year for the Sooners. While number 11, Isaiah Cousins, averaged his jersey number, 11 points per ball game last year, while averaging 4.2 rebounds per ball game and 2.1 assists per ball game last year for the Sooners. All right, guys, that's the post-game review. That's the preview show. Now, the reason why this is so late and coming up is yesterday, before this game, we're talking about today, Kansas, I met up with T-Row from Toby Rowland from T-Row in the Morning Show, and nationally probably known as the voice of the Sooners. I'll have that interview. I'll have that video up for you also. I thought it was a pretty good interview. I would love your thoughts too. And with that being said, I'm Harry James Taylor. Thank you for watching. Find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or you can tweet me at SoonerFanOK. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care.